from the heartland of America. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3". Carry for the former Florida State man. It's Carlos Williams. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. This is brought in by Hardy. And he is knocked down from the side at the 49. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hardy. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On the counter, here's Williams. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
On 2nd down, Williams. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
He'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now the former Gamecock, Spencer Lanning, on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4". Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. A first carry for Matt Days. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. It's caught by Carew. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down. Here's Days. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll go again with Days. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hubbard. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. yards still left on second down. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They bring the 5 seed into the playoffs. Of course, they're one of the wild card teams. And when you're a wild card team, it makes it a little bit tougher. You have to win the extra game, but there's been a precedent set of teams doing that successfully in the past.
And it's usually teams that have aspects that really jump out at you and are really factors in the playoffs. I mean, Pittsburgh, they rode a heavy run game with Jerome Bettis when they won in 2005. And then don't forget the Giants in 2007. That season, pass rush. Remember how big that was for them during the playoffs. And for Green Bay, it was the quarterback play of Aaron Rodgers. So to me, it's a matter of what's going to affect the game in a big way. Can that aspect of your team really make those plays? A lot of times it's pass rush and quarterback play.
They're going to look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Here we go. Green 39. Green.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down.
Here we go now.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. And pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. We get a glance at the Colts defense as they work their way back on the field. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real. Okay, as you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play in any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
But Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Lopez. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat-out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's long. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
To throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Matt Darr now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. They begin the drive with Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
No, check, Patriot!
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Here's Spencer Lanning now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
He was trying to get it there to Kenny Lawler, and that'll bring up second down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Let's go!
Now a carry from Mack, and a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Let's go! Green 39!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And some room to roam now. And he slides to avoid the hit. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. first down. He'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Lopez. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll drop to throw. A swing pass caught. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run it with Mack. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. It's Hardy. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lopez. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. It's Hardy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Fresh set of downs here. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Colts are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Ravens will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Colts line up at the 3. We're going to get a fumble here. Offense out now after the fumble. Hardy's got the catch here, and this long run goes for a touchdown as they take a 7-0 lead. Colts now late in the second. Potter's going to push his way to the QB here. This ends up as a loss of 9. So that's all for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll get you back out to the field now for some more playoff action.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lopez. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard, right near the 39. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
He'll look to throw, and he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Matt Darr now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
I mean, that's an example of why offensive linemen might want rearview mirrors at times, because you have your assignments to block, but if you can see what's going on in the backfield and maybe the guy carrying the ball is headed in another direction, you might change what you do up front. But if they can't see that and he's not in sync with what they're doing up front, well, this is when you end up with plays like this. A bad one for the offense, a really good one for the defense.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Here's Spencer Lanning now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. And the Colts coming out now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
He'll look to throw. Carew's got it complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. It's Lopez. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. So now it's 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. So a collective holding of breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
yeah,
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. And the one-year veteran bangs it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And the Ravens taking the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Let's go!
They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Let's go! Green!
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12.
Set! Blue landed!
And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Spencer Lanning now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Taken in at the 22. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go! Green 39!
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be third and forever. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. Whoosh. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second down now after the pass completion. Now Williams running left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Carlos Williams, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. So they won their division and earned the right to play at home in the first round of the playoffs, but this one is not going to script so far.
Nowhere did they have the thought process that they'd be down double digits. But the good thing is it's the first half.
All right, here we go.
You and I know, I mean, you've been with me long enough now. Hang with the game plan. Stay the course for a while. Don't panic and change up things. Keep grinding. Long way to go in this ball game.
That was my question to you. You don't throw everything away at this point? Stay on course?
To stay on course, obviously you want to eliminate the things that have caused you to be down double digits. But at the same time, you're not getting it all back in one play. Keep going. The game plan was put in there for a reason.
Set. 3-19.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And he fires one incomplete. The Colts on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hang on now. Boom, landed.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. If this game continues the way it's gone, it'll be, well, somewhat of an upset. 5 over 4, not huge, but still the big thing, winning on the road to stay alive. Pretty big deal.
Yeah, when you pointed out that 5 over 4, first thing that flashed through my head was college basketball. When they get to their tournament, right?
Yeah, like the 8-9 seed first-round game.
Right, you always look at that before you thought your brackets, don't you? And you got to figure out which one you're going to pick, that 9 seed over the 8. And sometimes even that 7-10 game feels the same way. Not much difference between the two teams. Give them a lot of credit, though, for going on the road and getting it done in this one.
Yeah, that's a difference. NCAA tournament, neutral site here on the road and putting some people on notice. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
The Ravens on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's Spencer Lanning now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now it's Trubisky. Over the middle, able to find Carew. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now Trubisky to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From the shotgun is Trubisky. It's caught by Carew. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Again, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Lopez. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling. Don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. On 2nd down, Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They get 3 there on the pickup, and the Colts are going to have a 1st.
And on 4th and 1 as a running back, you're looking for any seam you can find. This is not where you want to be a hero and break off a big one. You just need to make sure you get that yard. And here he picks up the 1st down with a couple of yards to spare.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st down, Trubisky got his man complete over the middle. That's Lopez. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now Mack. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a 1st with 3rd down looming. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On fourth, they'll go again and try it once more. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to go down again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So it'll be first down here after the run. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 44-yard line. Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's 2nd and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And Charles on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't...